And I am here today. Janessa invited me to talk to you guys a little bit about transitioning to a new season with your business. So, when you jump on, I'm in Central Illinois, and last night we got about 2 to 3 inches of snow. And so when you jump on, go ahead and let me know where you are at. If you are catching the replay, let me know where you are from as well, too. But I'm going to jump on, and today I was thinking through, like, what are the things that I want my team to think about as they are transitioning seasons? And so I came up with this framework, and so we're going to move through it super quickly, even though I could probably talk about it for about an hour. We're going to go through pretty quickly today. So first, we're going to talk about reflecting. So reflecting on your past season or seasons or your past year. We're going to move on to recommitting and how you can do that. We are going to refresh, and then we are going to relaunch. Hey, Janessa. Hey, Patty. My gosh. Okay, so when we reflect, what are the things that we want to reflect on? You guys, I am an achiever. I am goal-oriented. And sometimes when I reflect, I don't like it because it also makes me get curious about the things that did not go super well. So some of the questions, go ahead and jot these down, that I want you to ask yourself is, what was a win? What were you just super proud of? What did you do well? What was frustrating? What did not go exactly how you planned? What goals did you miss and why? You guys, I had huge goals for 2019. And then my family went through a major transition. And so halfway through the year, I actually had to reevaluate a lot of my goals, and I had to be okay with letting some of them go. And so even though I missed some of them, I had to get clear about why it was I missed some of them. And then this is a framework that I actually had a mentor walk me through just a couple of weeks ago. And so I wanted to share this with you as well. As you're reflecting, think about what is rocking, what is missing, what is frustrating, and what is broken. So what is rocking? What is it that you love about your company or your products? Or what is it that you are really, really good at? So what's rocking? Write it down. I know that I just absolutely love my company's products, and I think they're better than any of our competitors. What is missing? So what have I never done for my business that I see other people doing well, that maybe this is the season that I should tackle it? It might be a skill that you need to learn. It might be a habit that you need to take on, but what's missing? What is confusing? You guys, I have been with my company for 6 years, and there are still some parts of this business that I'm like, I still don't know exactly what the deal is with that. Maybe it's that piece of the compensation plan or that piece of our policy. So what's confusing? What do you need clarity on? And what's something, like, who could you ask to get that clarity? What is broken? So what needs a complete refresh? Again, I have been with my company for about 6 years. The things that were working, especially when it comes to social media, 6 years ago, or the formulas I used, the systems I had in place, not all of them work anymore. So what's broken and needs a refresh? So again, as you're thinking through this first R, this reflect, what is rocking? What are you doing awesome at? What's missing? What do you just don't have, you're not doing in your business? What is confusing that you need to get clarity on, and what is broken that you need to reevaluate and maybe take a new approach. Okay, after we reflect, it's really time for us to recommit. So every single person joins their company for a reason, and that reason needs to be really personal to you. It can't be the reason that the consultant that enrolled you brought you in. It can't be the reason. It can't even be your company's reason. It has to be your personal reason. So why do you have your direct sales business? What's your why, and has it changed? When I first joined my company, I actually joined because of the products and because of the mission of the company that I work for. But now, 6 years later, I still love those things, and they're still part of my why, but the driving why that gets me up every day is actually the income opportunity that I have and the flexibility that I have to do this job around what my family needs. And the second one is the people that I've met here and the women that I get to lead. They're the ones that give me the energy to keep going. So what's your why? Recommit to that why. My company has a framework that we use when we think about the reasons why somebody joins, and we call it the 5 Ps. Your company might use this exact same framework as well. And so if you're not sure what your why is, think about whether it is for the product, for purpose, for profit, so that income opportunity, for the people you get to work with, or is it for personal growth and development? Jot those down and make sure that you're really clear, because it's hard to recommit to something if you don't understand why it is that you do it. I saw this quote yesterday on Instagram, I think, maybe it was on Facebook, and I immediately took a screenshot of it and I shared it to our company Facebook page that I'm active in, and I shared it to my team as well. And it said, "The magic you are looking for is in the work that you are avoiding doing." So that struck with me so much, and I'm thinking maybe it will ring a bell for you too. But if you're going to recommit, think about what it is that you're not doing, and that's probably where your secret sauce is lying for you to kind of take that next step with your company. Okay, another thing to think about when you're going through this recommit is, what realistic goals do you have for your business? So every company has incentives, has goals, has maybe bonuses, have product giveaways that they are pushing us to in order for us to build muscles and build habits and keep sales going. Our job is in sales. But what is it that you actually want out of your business this year? Is it a specific income goal? Is it a career milestone that you want to achieve, or a promotion? Is there an incentive trip that you want to go on? Think about that, because again, if you're going to recommit to your business this season, you got to be clear about your why, and you got to be clear about your personal goals. And then finally, this one can actually be super tricky for people. What is it, or who is it that you can go to for help? So I report directly to the home office in my company. There is not somebody that enrolled me. When I joined my company, we did not have a career path. We did not have a coaching structure, is what we call it. And so I don't have an upline that I can go to. Do you have somebody above you? Maybe it's not the person that directly enrolled you. Maybe it's the person above her. If you don't have that above you, who are you watching just kill it in your business that you can go sideways and find a peer and ask her to be your pacing partner? But if you're going to recommit to your business, I promise you it is so much more fun when you're doing it with someone else. So if it's not that person enrolled with, maybe it's a peer, maybe it's a teammate that you can collaborate with. Is there somebody outside of your company that maybe you need to pursue as a mentor? Something that was so valuable for me, again, when I joined the company that I'm at, we were so young that we didn't have anybody that was really ahead that I could look to for advice. And so I started looking for other direct sellers in my community that were killing it in their companies. And I just wanted to learn from them, learn how they were working with their teams, learn the systems that they set up, learn how they were expressing gratitude and appreciation to their customers. So again, if it's not your upline, maybe it's a home office resource, maybe it's a teammate, maybe it's a peer, maybe it's somebody who is completely outside of your company and in your community. Or it could even be a trainer or a resource that you find online. But go ahead and make sure, if you're going to recommit, that you know who you're going to go to for encouragement, support, and help. Okay, been talking 8 minutes. I was wanting to keep this at 15, so I think I'm going to do okay. The next part, so we've talked about reflecting, recommitting. It's really important that you look at your products, your sample, your inventory, whatever it is that you have at your company. I want you to think about refresh. So do you need to go out and get yourself some new samples? Do you need to refresh your display pieces? I've been doing this for 6 years. Some of the display pieces that I use when I do in-home, we call them trunk shows. When I do trunk shows, they were getting a little dingy, a little dirty, so I actually just needed to refresh my actual display pieces as well. What products are new this season that you need to add and you need to make sure that you can confidently talk about? I'm not asking you to be an expert on anything. I think sometimes when we try to be an expert, we can actually make ourselves not look duplicable, and then we will have a hard time bringing other people into our company and building our business through recruiting. And so don't be an expert, but make sure you can still be professional and competent talking about some new pieces that are coming out for your company. If you do not know the answer, do you know where to find the answer for someone? That's something that's really key as you're thinking through refresh. Does your company have started making sure about 2 or 3 years ago that whatever our current starter kit is, and my company has 3 different levels, I'm going to look at the one that is most popular, and I personally want to make sure I have every piece that's in that most popular starter kit every single season. And so I 3 weeks ago took a look at our new starter kits for spring, and there were about 4 pieces that when they transitioned the starter kit that I didn't have. And so I quickly went on to my business website and I made sure that I got those items. Okay, let's see if I've got any more notes about refreshing. That's the biggest thing. And then the final R is get ready to relaunch. Think about that excitement, hopefully, that you felt when you started your business. Maybe it was 6 months ago. Maybe like me, it was several years ago. Every new launch with my company, I look at truly as a way for me to reintroduce myself to the people that are already shopping with me, but also to people that are not shopping with me. And so I really think of it as a relaunch of my business. So when I started, I picked a date on my calendar and I set up a kickoff event. So as I'm relaunching this season, I'm doing that right now as well. And actually my relaunch, my kickoff is this Sunday. And so I'm approaching that relaunch just like I did several years ago. And I made my list of 50 women that I personally wanted to invite to my relaunch. Now I'm talking about it on social media. I'm sending out newsletters, but I'm trying to hostess coach myself is what I like to call it. Just like if I was working with a woman who was hosting an event for me where she was going to earn great product credit and rewards, I'm going to hostess coach myself. And so as I'm relaunching my business, I have a list of 50 women that I am very specifically targeting because I want them to be business champions for me this season. And so I made a list of 50 and I personally invited them. I didn't send them a mass email inviting them. I didn't send them a mass text inviting them. I didn't post it on social media and then just tag them and think that that was good enough. I one-on-one reached out to them and I personally invited them to join me this weekend at my launch event. Today, so that's on Sunday. I'm now 3 days ahead of my event. Today, I am personally reminding every single one of them of my event this coming weekend. So personal invitation, personal reminder, and then those women that cannot come this weekend or the women that said they were going to come and then Sunday rolls around and they weren't able to make it, the personal follow-up. So just recommit to relaunching your business with the same energy in which you launched maybe it was 6 months ago, maybe it was 6 years ago. So I hope that helps and gives you some fresh ideas of how to approach your business as you transition into a new season. And so again, we went through reflecting on your business. What went awesome? What did not go so awesome last season or last year? We recommitted to our business and got personal about our why and our goals. Not what we see our peers doing, not what our upline is doing, but what's our personal goals of things that we want to get out of our business. We refreshed our display or our product offerings and make sure that we're in alignment with what's current in our company. And then we got ready to relaunch. I hope that helps. There's nothing that gets me more excited than pouring into other women. And best wishes. I hope you guys have an amazing transition into spring. Bye, friends.